Good morning, guys. Starting our last day in Orlando, Kissimmee area. This is the first time you're seeing me because I had to leave the gym earlier than it's weird. So Apple Maps actually sent me a notification while I was finishing up, but I wasn't finished at the gym, telling me that traffic was so heavy on Earl Bronson 192 that I should start considering alternate routes. I guess even though I don't have to put it in the maps, I know where I'm going. It actually told me that. I thought, that's weird. So I get out and think, well, let me go ahead and get on the road and then I'll check in with you guys. But I get out and it is bumper. It's 7 o'clock, but it's bumper to bumper. And it didn't say that there was an accident. They have been doing repaving a lane like every night, but it ends at 5 a.m. I know this because I've been traveling on 192 this last week during those times. So I actually had to reroute. It took me almost 45 minutes. I didn't tell Jules this to get home. So that's why you're just seeing me. But we're walking abs. I did do a lifting workout, and that's because I don't know what I'll do tomorrow morning. We have to be at the shop at 8 a.m. And the one thing that I have learned is when you dive with nitrox over regular recreational air, you have to watch how much exercise you do in the morning, because if you're off-gassing, if you will, it's what it's called when the nitrogen's leaving. Simply because saturation is, since there's more oxygen in this tank, there is a deeper saturation that can happen over time. So anyway, I don't know what I'll do in the morning. I don't know if I'll do anything in the morning prior to getting to the dive shop. So I wanted to do a heavy weight workout, and then I actually did a little running to end it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I have to get packed up because I have a call before we leave, and Jules will probably take that time to get packed up while I'm on the call. So travel days are never great days, and I don't know why this one started out that way, but it seems to be a trend. Every time we move, some little glitch happens along the way. I'm hoping that's the only one we have to deal with today. So good morning to you guys. I'll see you back again shortly.
Good morning, everybody. I have just finished getting packed up. Michael's on a work phone call. I just wanted to say we are a little bit worried about Abra. I think she's going to be fine. She got a bath yesterday, and she seemed fine after the bath. And then we went out last night for Indian food. You probably saw that we keep the windows rolled down because she loves to stick her head out the window and smell while we're driving. That's just her favorite thing. But I think a little piece of debris, or maybe a bug or a dust or something, has flown into her right eye because it's very irritated. It's red, it's weeping. It doesn't smell funny, and what's coming out of it is just clear, like tear fluid. It's not like green or yellow or an infection color. But she's definitely favoring that eye a lot. We're keeping a really good eye on her. Her energy level is super low too. Whenever this has happened to her in the past, when we would take her to the beach and she would get sand in her eyes, but she acts very low energy and she's very clingy. So if you see her right eye in this video, I'll try to show you that it doesn't look quite normal. We're keeping a very good eye on it, and we will take her to the vet if we need to. But like I said, this has happened a couple of times before, and it resolved itself within a couple of days. We've even called her vet and told them, and they told us it would probably go away. But it doesn't look like there's any actual trauma or damage to the eyelid. It's just very, very irritated. So it's going to be a little bit of a tough moving day for Boo Boo. She gets the entire back seat of the Jeep to lay down and stretch and spread out. And I know she's going to want to smell out the window, but I just don't feel like we need to be riding her around with the windows open especially, we should probably not let her stick her whole head out the window. This is a learning opportunity. It's the first time it's ever happened from driving. But I just wanted to say, keep her in your good positive thoughts and energies. I'm going to try to show you, this is her left eye. So I'll try to show you the right eye. Come here, Boo Boo. See, it's just a little gunky, and she's favoring it a little bit. It's very weepy. I know, it's very weepy. It looks better than it did earlier this morning. I think she's just tried to keep it open more. But something has either flown in there or she's definitely irritated at scratching it or something. So keep her in your good thoughts. This is hopefully nothing a whole bunch of Snuggles and cheese can't fix, but just wanted to let you know we're keeping a big eye on it.
Got to fuel up with gasoline this time. What are we? We're only 30 minutes outside of Ocala.
I make fun of him all the time when he says, gotta fuel.
Gotta fuel.
Gotta fuel. Reps.
Yep, proteins. All the proteins. All right, we've made it into town, 2.5 miles to our favorite coffee shop. I do have some feelers out for Airbnbs. I think I told you before, they're a little few and far between for these 2 nights in Ocala, but I have a work call coming up anyway, so we'll get settled in there, grab a coffee or tea, I'm not really sure, and just wait for them to respond. We're in no hurry. The good thing, I will say, it may be a little hack, it might not be, but if you look for available places on the day of check-in, the one thing that I'm always quick to do is say, hey, we're traveling from here to here. We're going to be in town around this time. I said lunchtime. Would it be possible to check in early? And if so, what time would you be comfortable with? And so that's kind of what I'm waiting on before we hit confirm, so to speak, to find a spot. But we're going right into downtown Ocala. This is the shop you've seen before. Brown Dog, I think. Brown Dog Roasters, I think. So. Yeah, so that's where we're going to set up. Here's our little tucked away Airbnb for the next 2 days, little bungalow, about 3 miles where we were staying before. Not a bad little place. We're going to head off to the dive shop now. Just got unpacked. Happy to be back in Ocala. This flag's in much better shape than the last place we stayed.
Little outfit change. I had on this just humongous dress, but since I'm going to the dive shop to get fitted for my wetsuit, I wanted to have on different clothes.
Right, yeah.
And I wanted to show you Abra's eye is looking a lot better than it did this morning.
It is. Oh, that's great.
It's still gunking quite a lot, but it's just clear, like tears, not like infection or anything.
We did give her a Zyrtec this morning. I don't know if you told the camera.
No, I didn't tell them. We give her a Zyrtec sometimes when her eyes are runny. Haven't had to do that in a very long time.
I know.
She's also not really acting like it's bothering her like she was this morning. She's not pawing at it anymore.
But she slept the whole way.
She did. She doesn't usually sleep in the car. She likes to have her head out of the car. So I think she's still feeling it. She's still kind of red too.
Yeah.
But I think it does look a lot better than it did.
Same. I do too, babe.
She's coming with us because we're not going to be leaving her unattended while this is going on.
Not at all.
Yeah. She'll be coming diving tomorrow.
Dive shop dog. We got a new dive sign.
Isn't that nice?
That looks really nice. Yeah, I like that.
I like how he's got his
Favorite place in Ocala.
community focused scuba underneath it.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
All right. 6.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm going to be bigger than a 6.
Really?
Well, I mean, I'm a 6 in dress sizes, but I wonder if an 8.
The shoulders tough?
The shoulders are just, I'm very broad in the shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Nope. So if I get a men's, I'll be stuck with the extra fabric I don't need, right? Is it that obvious when I have a men's on?
No, there's just like a pouch there rather than, you know.
We made some purchases at the dive shop.
Pockets are lighter.
I will insert a picture of what we bought at the dive shop, but we went ahead and paid for my orange wetsuit. It is not considered custom, although I'm calling it custom because it is manufactured by Henderson, just like the United States Coast Guard, but without any of their insignia on it, and also without the butt pads. I told Jeff, you don't have to tell me what butt pads are, just be sure it doesn't have them on my wetsuit.
He's like, I don't know what butt pads are.
He had to type it in as a custom special order, so it's typed here in all capitals. Julie's special orange wetsuit. Quantity 1. Well, I said, you're going to make so many sales, though, because every time I ever go diving in this wetsuit, everyone's going to be asking me, where did you get that? I said, you just be ready.
And he said, yeah, and then they're going to want like purple or red, and I can only get orange because the Coast Guard gets it in orange.
And then I'm going to send all of the business your way. And then we both bought a light. We're going to have a light for tomorrow's dive because to go fully as deep as we have to get advanced certified, it will be pitch dark. We won't be able to see. And I bought a dive computer. Michael has been using his Apple Watch as a dive computer, but I don't have an Apple Watch. And I really can't advance in scuba diving without having something that I can use to keep up with pressure, time, and depth. So
yes, and she doesn't need an Apple Watch. She won't use it for anything else.
Apple Watches.
And the computer is cheaper than an Apple Watch anyway, so it's going to last her as long as she continues to dive. And he told us all about the software and why he recommended it. And let me just say, the only reason her suit is not custom, the only reason is because she took a standard size off the rack. Otherwise, it's 1,000% custom.
I ended up going with a men's size. I have been diving in a men's medium because I'm just very broad in the shoulders, and I tried on several women's sizes today, and they were getting bigger and bigger and bigger in the waist and the legs, but they still weren't fitting me in the shoulders. I really need a man's shoulder size. But the men's medium is not long enough for me, so I'm getting a men's medium. It has a little extra fabric in places where I don't need it, but that's fine. It'll just keep people guessing, I guess. And I am going to have extra length added to the arms and the legs. No butt pads and no Coast Guard insignia. So I'm like, it may not be custom, but it ain't off the rack either. And I'm so super excited about it.
I was so happy after we come out of that. We talked about dive trips next year with the community there and just kind of went through, what we've been thinking with the trip that we've had this fall, late fall in Florida. Still feels like summer. It's 84 degrees.
I feel like we're completely different people than we were 2 months ago.
I do too.
When we just decided on a whim to go to Florida. We came to Florida I had bikinis and a snorkel, and I just thought I was going to check out the freshwater fish in Florida because I was such a big fan of freediving and snorkeling. And
yeah.
On the drive down, it was just a random idea. Maybe I should get scuba recertified and just give it another shot. And here we are investing in so much gear. And
but that's how much we love it.
Yeah.
I think for me.
It has been an amazing journey. And I am really sad that tomorrow is going to probably be our last dive of 2025.
Yeah. Although we got told about a rescue course, which is what Julie and I want to do next.
We definitely want to be back in Florida in 2026. We had not planned on being back in Florida for many months into 2026, but we're kind of thinking we may have to reshift some priorities. There is a rescue class that he's teaching on December 28th, and I really, really, really have a passionate interest in learning more about rescue. Both of us have decades worth of career cumulatively in the medical field. And I feel like this is already something that I feel pretty familiar with, but I would like to expand my skills into how to do water rescue and things. And
I think it's just a different order of things depending on, what happens when someone comes up out of water than what we're used to. Yeah. But for us, I don't know, I'm excited about that, to learn new things on how to handle or help people,
I was confused when I did my scuba recertification class. They sent me a list of 21 tests. I was supposed to pick the open water diver
recertification test before I took the class, just to sort of see where my weak spots were, but I didn't understand the assignment, and I took all 21
They sent
of
you,
the
I think
tests.
they sent you like an instructor test or something.
Nitrox, tritrox, cave diving. Like, I was doing all these things I knew nothing about. One of them was rescue, and I thought surely I would do well at rescue because I have a career as a nurse, and I failed every single question. Every single one, because rescuing someone who's not breathing under the water is completely different than rescuing someone who's not breathing out of the water. So I feel like I have a lot to learn, but I also feel like it would be a very easy transition for me, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that too. We didn't ask him how long. I know some schools make you do it for a few days. Some schools it's the number of skills you do. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I'll show you. We want to show them the stuff when we get back.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't have Julie's wetsuit
We don't
yet.
have the wetsuit. I don't remember if he kept the computer or if he gave it, sent it home with us. He was originally going to keep it until tomorrow. He said he was going to set it up. But
that's true.
I think he ended up putting it in our bag.
I think he eventually told you to take it home and play with it. That's going to be a little hard to do, I think. I'm not sure. If it's in there, I'll look it up and we'll watch a YouTube video on it.
I am so excited.
This is top notch.
Top notch Indian food.
Awesome food.
We're on an Indian food roll. Speaking of roll, there's a whole bunch of them there. Our last Airbnb was not stocked.
It was not. All right, we're all finished with dinner. I'm going to go through our goodie bag. We forgot that Julie didn't get a reusable bag with her booties. They'd already had them set out the last time we arrived. The reason why we like this is because Scuba Pro gives you one of these every time that you purchase a pair of booties, and that's a dry bag that can be laundered. I hope this camera stays because it's sitting on a very shaky platform right now. This is Julie's dive computer. This is a Scuba Pro Luna 2.0. It is air integrated, which means once she gets her own scuba gear, she will be able to replace the SPG on her tank. So her first stage will only have 3 hoses coming out of it rather than 4. I'll show you this very quickly. There's also a place to store the sensor when she gets it. Here is the dive computer. Julie loves it because it is the Peacock? Kingfisher, sorry. That is in her and mine color season. So this will be able to measure her depth, her time down, any deco stops that she might have to complete before heading to the top, and there's also bags and instruction sheets in here, and the time down to calculate when she can fly again. So this was, I think, a perfect purchase for her. I use the Oceanic app, which is a paid app. It's called Oceanic Plus. They are a diving manufacturer as well. They make their own dive computers, but I decided to use the app. It incorporates to the watch. It actually has its own watch face so that I can hit 2 buttons. It has a compass on it. It will also tell me when I can fly again, how many times I've been down. It'll log. This is going to log for Julie too, and tell you how many, because as you start to dive deeper, if you do multiple dives in a row, there are a cumulative amount of minutes that you should be down for any given number of hours. So if you start building that up, you're building up more nitrogen overall, which means you need to take more breaks off diving. Regardless of flight, more breaks off diving before saturating your tissues with more nitrogen. So dive computer will do that. I am going to transition away from that and do the same thing, find a computer that's going to be air integrated, because I don't know whether Julie or not wants to, but I totally intend on eventually having our own gear to travel with, which includes a first stage and a second stage. So I want a sensor on that first stage to eliminate anything that is not necessary, and an SPG would not be necessary if we have the opportunity to get that sensor that will actually tell you how much air you have left based on the mix if you get the right dive computer. I got a comfort strap for they don't make it all white, but for my mask. I'm going to try it out. If I like it, before we leave the water tomorrow, I'm going to let Jules try it as well. Now, remember Julie's strap, we got her an orange Scuba Pro, but they do make a comfort strap in the orange as well. So I'm going to try that. I've not opened it yet, but there are grippy edges on the bottom that will attach back here that are a lot, since this is neoprene, I think is what it's called. They have different mixes of neoprene now, but yeah, non-slipping, water-resistant comfort strap. So I'm going to try this and see how this works. Maybe, I'm hoping what it'll do is maybe give me a better seal on my mask. And then lastly, did you realize how expensive lights could be? I never realized how expensive lights could be, especially to see in the dark underwater. These are the Dive Right, which is a very, very prominent, successful cave diving manufacturer. You can see that here. That is an arrow that indicates the exit for a cave dive. This is a CX3 model. The CX3s are excellent for a backup. When you are cave diving, redundancy, and I'm saying all this apparently because I'm only reading and listening to things, but apparently you want redundancy and more redundancy when you cave dive, and they want you to travel, each person, with 3 lights. In case one goes out, you have 2 backups. And so these are what I'm being told is the excellent backup, but for recreational diving right now, for what we're diving tomorrow, and I personally want a light that I can use on every dive, even if I clip it to a D-ring. This one is the one to have. This is very, very heavy. Now, today I ordered 2 straps that our dive guide had let us use last time, and I love the setup. I had ordered one 2 days ago in Kissimmee, and it got there and it wasn't what I wanted, and so he apologized. He's like, no, I should have told you to get this. He showed me on Amazon. I bought it right in the store, but unfortunately it won't be here before we dive tomorrow, obviously. So this is the Dive Right light. I think what I'm going to do, it does come with this really neat handle, and I actually think what I'm going to do, if you can see that here, this end can be threaded. What we bought was something that'll slip over the thumb and strap on the wrist, and then it'll set like this, which is a really neat setup. Julie and I have both used it from the dive shop, and I think when I'm not using that, what I want to do is tomorrow I'm going to have Jeff, I'm going to buy a bolt clip, maybe a double, I don't know if I'll do a double ender or not, but I'm going to put a bolt clip on the end of this, so on the times that I'm not using it on the wrist, I can clip it to my BC. So that is that. These are rechargeable, so you don't have to replace the batteries. Magnetic recharge, although it's a USB. My God, how old is this light? And the only thing we have to do is take this off. You hear that? It just released the air. These are, of course, watertight. I was told to remove that, drop it, and then never, ever, ever open this again until it is time to replace the battery, which apparently is a very, very long time. And there you go. That's in your face. There are multiple, see that? There are multiple settings here. And the last one, of course, is to alert someone if you are in distress. We are communicating by way of Dive Light tomorrow for our advanced open water final dive. And so these are extremely important. it was suggested that we purchase these, and I said yes. Julie's like, I don't need a light. And Jeff said, yeah, you should have a light. So we got 2 of them. If Julie doesn't like it, well, at one point in time or another, I will use this as a backup light. So other than that, while I finish this up, I have Julie down right now while she's not on camera. And she is on her belly because we have done a therapy session. We started with the Theragun, did I think a 10-minute session. And then once that was finished, we cupped. We got all of the big cups down there from, I don't know, probably T6 to L1. And after that, we'll leave those on for, I don't know, 20-some minutes. After that, we're going to put her on the heating pad and then probably call it an evening with her therapy session. I don't want to promise anything, but I kind of do, but I won't. I am going to get up in the morning and go to the gym. I forgot, but I'm glad that I checked again. I do have an anytime that is 24 hours here. So I think I'm probably going to be too excited to sleep anyway. I'll get up early and go do a workout, not a strenuous one, but a workout tomorrow morning, and then grab some coffee for Jules and myself, come back, and we'll probably leave around 7:30. So we're going to turn in early this evening. But first, I really want to play with this computer. We were told she needs to play with this because in the morning we will all make our dive plan, and our dive plan will be set to a mixture of nitrox, which has more oxygen in it. And so we really want to plan this the right way because we need to know what everyone's levels are going to be. And the person, such a cool color, the person who uses the most air, we will have to plan around them, and that will give us our essential dive time. 1900 lumens, this says. All right, so that's it. I'm going to turn this on, mess it around with it. This takes a battery. It's not a chargeable. This piece of technology actually takes a battery when it goes down. So I wonder if this can be changed out to orange. That would be neat, wouldn't it, the cover? All right, I'll check back in with you guys, or at least tell you goodnight very shortly. All right, Jill said to go ahead and say good night.
Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
So that I can get things set up and we can make it quick pack tomorrow and then head to bed. So excited tomorrow. I cannot promise you a standalone dive video. I'm hoping so. I know we're doing 2 dives, but since this is a training video, standards say we shouldn't film it. But if we have air left over after we are finished, I'm sure we can go back down. So that's to be determined, but I'll let you guys know. Have a great night. We'll see you bright and early in the morning.